bitch right there.
It was actually perfect.
I'm broke.
Stanley. That's
broke.
Stanley.
I got negative $12 in my bank account.
Show it.
My phone's over there. I can send you a screenshot later.
Show it.
We'll put a screenshot.
I can put a screenshot. I can send you a
Did you bring this
screenshot later.
It's right here, yo.
It's like, we'll put the screenshot up here on the screen.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. So,
Let's
Honna
see
Tunney.
Mayo's finances. Come on, Mayo.
What's wrong with my finances? I'm only negative 50, okay?
That's still more than me.
Dang.
Yeah, I had to deposit some money in today with my IBC check and all my leftover cash. Yeah, so I'm good now.
Let's go down.
Anyways, welcome back to RezRootz here. My name is Will. I am Nesper Spokane. I am working here at IBC, Student Life and Outreach Coordinator and Resident Director, Spiritual Formation Mentor, some other things. But anyways, that's me. I'm going to introduce my teammates here. Might as well start because you're making a lot.
Try not to. It's weird.
So dark shadow, go ahead and say something.
The camera's here, but you guys are talking over there.
Yeah.
So I feel it's weird because I want to look at you guys, but the mic is over here. The camera's there, so I don't know where to look.
So she's back there controlling everything.
Well, if you want to,
I don't know what I'm doing.
if you want to talk to us, look at us. If you want to talk to the audience, look at the camera.
But then the mic is right here.
Oh, that's
But
true.
anyways, who are you? What's your name?
I'm Hannah,
Hi, Honna.
Hi.
and I'm addicted to
Memes.
memes and reels and TikTok. It's bad.
Chippy, chippy, chippy.
Yeah.
Chippy, chippy, chappa, chappa. Okay.
It's like Gen Z
Anyways.
stuff. Gen Z stuff.
It's bad. Anyways, yes, I'm Hannah. Hi.
What year are you?
Oh, I'm a third year, and I am just chilling. Student, third year.
Just vibing.
Yep, having fun.
Here for a good time.
Not for a long time, but a good time. I'm still hungry.
She just ate. Anyways,
And it was tamales.
Hannah, you let the tamales digest. What's your name?
Just be quiet until you digest.
So mic muted. No.
Well, I am Emmanuel. I come from the Navajo Nation. I'm originally from Sheet Springs, New Mexico. And I'm a second year student and currently in the area of getting my first year certificate this year. And so I'm very excited about that opportunity. Yes. Woo.
Yeah. Shout out to Cece.
Yeah.
She started this whole trend. Every time when she does that, I'm like this.
You remind me.
Remember my nephew's wave?
Yeah, no, Hannah doesn't even do that no more.
I grew up.
Hannah, yeah, it's like dang.
Speaking of growing up, guess who else grew up? Michael. You guys all know him from the uncle and nephew episodes, and he is so far no longer a nephew.
He's uncle now.
He's literally an uncle now. It's like we all been on the tour.
Yeah.
We saw how Michael was day in, day out.
Yeah, and this past semester, with him being my mentor, I seen another side of him that I have never saw before. So he's truly an uncle right now. Emmanuel approved right here, and yeah. So if you people are interested in another uncle and nephew episode, we're actually thinking of naming it Uncle and Uncle.
Yeah, it's like the handoff. You know, if you know, you know. The handoff. Joshua Ortiz successor.
Yeah.
But all right, so now let's get back into the agenda.
All right.
Went a little rabbit trail there. I'm not gonna lie. No. Anyways, I'm trying to remember the questions on top of my head. The first one: what have you been up to these days?
And I just been, as a second year student, finally getting my first year certificate. I will say what has been happening lately is just, Wait, repeat the question.
What have you been up to these days?
Oh, man. The opportunities that has been popping up and the idea of what God has been placing in my life, especially with working at Gore and it was crazy. So the background story is I got hired at Gore, and it was such an amazing job, amazing benefits, amazing teamwork, amazing bosses, amazing coworkers. And as I was doing so, I went to Broken Arrow because the youth at my church, they were saying that, hey, if you guys could be interested in taking them to winter retreat at Broken Arrow, we'll pay for your trip, we'll pay for gas and everything. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, let's do that. I love that idea. So I took them to winter retreat. It was such an amazing time. And at winter retreat, we have this thing called campfire. And there, we have an open mic up in the front, and the campers can go up and talk about anything they want that's on their mind. So as I was there hearing all these teenagers talking, I mean, they were talking about, their suicide, that they're dealing with, their family problems, school, and all their personal lives that was happening. It's like, as I was sitting there, I just couldn't help but just feel the hurt and pain in that room. And as I was sitting there, it was just like, my gosh, like, Lord, like, I just wish, like, these kids could see the hope in you right now. And in that moment, a kid went up with long ponytail. It was amazing. And he was up there crying, and he was just full on wailing into mic. And Ty Platero that was there, he told me, like, hey, you should go up there and comfort him. So I was like, okay. So I went up to the front. I put my arms around him. And as I was holding him, as he was just crying, like, I just remember feeling this warm, like, feeling inside. Like, I saw this flame, and it was just like, it was there. And I don't know how to describe it, but it gave me that feeling like, oh my gosh, this is his soul. Like, this is what we all have inside of us. And it's like, my gosh, it made me realize how important it is for everyone, especially with their soul and what they're going through, and especially when it comes to Christ. And yeah, I remember sitting back down after he went up to the mic. I remember just full on crying in tears, and I was like, Lord, this is what I desire to do. This is my passion. I want to be here for these kids. I want to be here for these teens. But Lord, I have this job. I just don't know if I'll be able to, because, I'm a temp worker, this and that. Everything just went through my mind. And so you know how they say to be careful what you pray for? This was that moment when I should have been careful what I prayed for. Cause
same day shipping prayers.
Exactly. Because a week later, I get a phone call, and I get told that I got fired. And yeah, I was in total disbelief. I was like, oh my gosh. And the reasons were there. And I was just like, I just still couldn't believe it. And I was just like, I remember just being like, Kai was there in my room. He was just sitting to the side, and I was just like crying. Well, not sitting to the side. He was asleep, but I was just there crying. I was like, Lord, I can't believe this is happening. I was angry. I was upset. And I wish I was a way I could change it. And I remember just sitting there praying, and I just like said, Lord, I feel like you did this for a reason. And in that moment, I swear to you, I heard the word yes.
Duh. Duh.
And right when I heard that, like, it was crazy. So if I can move the mic this way, like, I was just there. I was like, Lord, like, I feel like you did this for a reason. And once I heard that, like, Honna, pretend you're God, just say yes.
Duh. Okay. Yes.
It's like, yes.
Yes.
And right when he did that, I remember just looking out. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he gave you an answer, and you can't argue with it. And you're just like,
yeah,
okay.
There's no excuses or
Like,
anything.
fine, whatever.
Exactly. So I just remember in that moment, I was like, okay, all right. So I remember I took a shower, I got myself ready, and I just continued the day like nothing happened. But, I still had to call my parents. I was like, hey, I lost my job. I had to talk to you. I remember I went up to you too. I remember just telling you about it. Told everyone here at IBC. So, yeah. But honestly, as much as that was a downfall, and also with me going into depression, like, I can see what the Lord has done with that, with the new opportunities here at IBC, at my church. I'm loving the idea of helping with the kids ministry and the youth ministry once again, and with the videoing and the tech. I don't feel as much stress as I was before, especially with my sleep schedule from being up during the day during the week, and then during the weekends being a whole vampire, awake at night, sleep during the day, and then back and forth. So I'm not saying that Gore was a bad job. It was an amazing job. I would honestly go back in an instant if they hired me. But I can see how the Lord like put me back in the area where I can grow, because I saw myself in a situation where at Gore, you kind of get that feeling where you learned everything and then you just do everything over and over every weekend. And that was it. Nothing new. So I just remember just sitting there one time in the meeting room. I was like, Lord, it feels like I'm not growing here. I mean, yeah, I could get a career, but that won't happen for a while. But, I just feel like we're just doing the same thing over and over again, which I don't mind. But if we're talking maturity-wise, nothing. Yeah, so that's when the Lord did all that. And now I'm back at Little Caesars again. Pizza Genius once again. So, over there, I see myself growing once again. I don't want to say dealing with customers, but dealing with customers, working with my coworkers and my bosses. And, it's finally in that area where I feel like I have to rely on the Lord once again when I do my job again. So,
Nice.
Yeah, it's like the Lord definitely put me in a position to grow once again. So it's really cool.
No,
That's what's been happening a lot lately.
I know. It's been a hot minute since we heard. No, thanks for sharing that, Emmanuel. Appreciate it. How about you, Dark Shadow? It's been a fat minute. So what you been up to these days, Honna?
So I just finished MTS this semester, which has been very relieving. Just kind of going through that with my group mates, which is Nova and Sky. I'm very thankful for them. And my leader, Tina, who just had a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, shout out to
Yes.
So cute.
Oh, man.
He, I don't know if I can say his name, but I like to call him Mario
Aw.
since he was born on Mario Day. But yeah, so I'm gonna spoil that baby with a bunch of Mario stuff, and I'm excited for it.
Says the person.
Once I get money, I will spoil that kid.
So once you get out of the negative.
Yes.
Once I get out of debt. Just kidding. No, besides MTS, us three actually just got back from going on the Northwest tour. So if you've seen IBC's Instagram, then you've been kind of keeping up with all of that. And it was really fun. It was really encouraging to see all of that and kind of seeing like where I'm lacking in terms of ministry. Because I can do the relational part of people that I've known for a long time, but the relational part of strangers I struggle with. And I had to put so much trust in the Lord for that trip. It was quite draining, I think, towards like halfway point on to the end. I was just sleeping every chance I got. So if we weren't shaking hands and meeting people or in the gas stations in between locations, then I was passed out or eating or passed. Yeah. Which is not too far from the norm here, but yeah. And surprisingly, I didn't gain weight.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah, if anything, I lost 10 pounds.
You lost 10 pounds on the tour?
Wow.
I did. I checked my weight today, and I lost 10 pounds.
Congrats.
And I didn't start working out again until recently. So, yes.
Yeah, that's impressive. Like, being on the Northwest tour, we're eating food constantly.
Such amazing
yeah,
food.
you're just basically eating and sitting, shaking hands,
eating, traveling,
sitting, driving.
Yeah, it's just...
that's why I made a commitment to run every single morning. Yeah, I say that helped, but I hate the fact that I gained 5 pounds.
You gained 5 pounds?
Yeah, I don't know if it's leg muscles because of all the running, but I gained 5 pounds.
I think I just slept off of all my food. Because I would just eat and then sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up, slam an energy drink, shake hands, eat, and then sleep.
Energy drinks came in handy that whole trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, besides that, just hanging out Spending some good time with family and stuff.
Nice.
Nice. Thanks for sharing that, Honna.
What about you, Will? What have you been up to?
Big Bill.
Big Bill. Yeah. These kids from Yakima, man.
They were amazing.
They're great.
So
I
the
love them
background
as
story,
kids.
y'all, is that we went to Yakima tribe out in Washington, or was it? Yeah, Washington. Yes, and it's where one of our graduates, Fishy, is currently serving right now. And it was honestly amazing. Like, I only seen Fishy once, honestly, but it was amazing to see her there. But the youth there were amazing, and it was funny because this one kid, he called Will, instead of Big Will, he's all Big Bill.
Big Bill.
Big Bill.
He's like a little Rez kid voice. Hey, Big Bill.
Big Bill.
That's my new contact name for him.
Really?
It's Bossman Bill.
Oh,
Bossman.
that's such a good one.
Yeah.
I just have it as Will Axtell.
Lame.
Yeah, it was funny because like I was low key dreading that, and I was like, man, I gotta play with kids. Gotta go with the youth group. Like, oh my gosh. But then we played kickball. I was like, that's actually pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was like if that little kid was on the other team, no mercy. That's what we get for calling me Big Bill. No, I was kidding.
He was on our team.
I know. That's what I said. If he wasn't on my team, I would have gave it to him.
Right.
You gotta show him who Big Bill is. Like,
Big Bill.
nah, but yeah, that was fun. But what I've been up to, just been working a lot with here at IBC, with student life. The last semester, though, was probably the most challenging semester I've ever had on staff, just because of like mental struggles, emotional struggles I was having. And it was pretty hard too because I was like, this is where like the times where you look back and thinking about how simple it would have been if I just said like, hey man, I'm struggling.
Felt.
And like, oh yeah, if I just simply reached out and knowing like I have a great community around me where all I had to do was just, reach out. But I was just like, kind of like, no, I'm good.
Felt.
Yeah, so enjoying the flesh. No, but yeah, it was pretty hard, and really, I felt like the Lord was really leading me to like seek counseling, and so I got a counselor, and I know a lot of people. Not a lot of people, but I know there'll be some people that like dread their counseling sessions. But for some reason, for me, I'm like, yes, like I'm looking forward to this. Like, let's talk about my problems.
Yeah, do it.
But it was funny though, because like every time when I'm talking to my counselor, and I'm listening to myself as I'm talking to him, I'm like, oh yeah, that's where I messed up. I'm like, oh yeah, I messed up here too. Like I'm just catching myself, and he's over here taking notes.
It's funny because like we're here at IBC, we're doing like counseling courses and stuff, so we already know like what to look for. So then when you're talking about your problems, you're like, bruh.
Yeah, he was like, oh wait.
Yeah, you're like writing down your own problems.
I was like, oh shoot, okay, yeah.
It's honestly like that. Spiritual formation is like, oh yeah.
It's like, that's where I messed up. That's why I acted like
yes,
this.
that's exactly what I was doing. And
It's kind of embarrassing,
it was
honestly.
like corrected myself before my counselor did. I was like, yeah, I know, I messed up here.
Hey man, if you think about it, you're just making his job easier.
He was like, well, now you gotta do it. So I was like,
Yeah, he's just like, bruh. And then you're like, I know.
It's like, I know, quit telling me.
And he's just like,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah. Literally.
and then he's like, and you're like,
Yeah, just start crying. That's how it be. Nah, but it's been super helpful. Because there's a lot of, that's what we said in the last time. So I had an identity crisis, basically, struggling with my identity, and yeah. So I like what he did. I'm not gonna do the whole thing what he did with me. So he walked me through 1 Timothy 4. I encourage you guys to go read it. So what he was doing is literally verse by verse. And I don't know why, but it was getting me riled up. Like, because this is how he ended the whole conversation, the session, was he was like, so what we just did there is like, say you're doing a bench press and you're trying to get it up. And then here I'm telling you, you got it, you can do it. Like, he was walking me through this whole scripture and like helping me understand it. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, this is getting me all riled up. And
He's your spotter.
I know, I was like, he was spotting me. It was just crazy. I was like, it was like those like those prep talks before the game, getting you all like riled up. Like, it was like that. So it really helped me understand, like, this is the truth here. This is, God's word. This is the truth. And now let's bring up the lies that you're believing in. Replace those with the truth of God. So that's what he was walking me through, and I was just like, whoa. It's like mind blown. Just like edit that in there.
Bam.
Yes. But yeah, so, and then just been planning the serve day, and then the Super Bowl party. Right now, MIT is finally done, so like now everything, for me anyways, everything kind of slowing down now. So I am looking forward to working more on RezRootz now.
Nice.
Now that all the busyness and everything's out of the way.
Yep, season 4.
Everything went down last term, so I'm kind of excited to be back.
Yeah. It's like, just all the chaos just happened, and now we're chilling.
Mostly.
It's like, well, at least I think we're chilling.
I mean, well, some of us have to get ready for the missions conference.
Well, I was going to ask the other question, but I think we'll switch it up. I want to talk about Emmanuel saying that's so fresh.
That's so fresh.
No, all right, let me tell you the context. Let me give you the context here. So we're on the Northwest tour. For those of you that know me, you either see a hat or a hoodie or a beanie on me, so like you really never see my hair at all. So like I was out there this was in Yakima, so we were out there with the kids. So it was very hot, so I was like, I took my beanie off. And then he's like, man, did you get a haircut? I was like, yeah. He's like, man, that's so fresh. And I was like, dang, I haven't heard that word in a long time.
I thought
that's so fresh, yo.
It's funny because I was recording stuff. I was recording like IBC people doing IBC things. And then I just hear Emmanuel, that's so fresh in the back. And I was all, what?
So you're telling me we have a recording of me saying that's so fresh?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, if you do, it's like, show it on the screen.
Because I definitely do not have it. You probably have it.
I probably deleted it like 15 minutes ago.
Well,
but we'll see. I have to like dig in the files, but it was too funny.
Yeah,
I
Honna
was
was
laughing
like,
for like 40 minutes.
the kids were having a Bible story and a session.
yeah,
and she's in the back,
all,
full
like,
on.
her shoulders are all moving. Nothing was coming out. She was just like,
I couldn't breathe.
We had to tell her to walk away, like, go that way.
I literally
You're
was like,
being
Honna,
too
go
loud.
over there.
It still makes me laugh every now and then.
Okay,
That
so
was in Jason's joke.
Yeah, I was like,
He said that's a sick bird.
I'm just saying, I was flabbergasted by that, bro. I was like, he was like, that's so fresh. I was like,
I said it with such confidence too.
that threw me off.
I was generally like, my gosh, that's a good haircut, man.
It was so fresh. I feel like I should have brought it up now. Honna's not gonna be quiet anymore for the rest of this podcast here.
It just cuts to the next scene and she's gone.
Yeah, it's like we kicked her out, y'all. So Lord, you get all serious.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just had to bring that up.
No, I
'cause-
think it's hilarious, and the thing about RezRootz, we want to have fun too.
Yeah.
And so stories like this, I am all for it.
it's just like
It's like you're making swag.
yeah, it's like the swag era. That's what it brought me back to. I was like, in 2012 days with those Vans, the Nike socks, the Chicago Bulls hat, yeah,
The socks and the Crocs.
the Cookie Monster shirt, like the cargo shorts, and yeah,
Mickey wearing
the
bandanas.
snapbacks. Yeah, those were the days.
Oh, sick.
That was my era.
Trauma.
Dang.
It's ingrained in my brain.
No, it was just it was funny because like I was literally just chilling there listening to the stories. Like, yeah. Well, anyways, the reason why I brought that up, I wanted to have you guys share a highlight from Northwest Tour. That was just one of my highlights.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Go ahead, Honna, share something because I know you're.
That's on you.
It's like, that's on me.
You knew what was going to happen.
All right. So go ahead.
Yes.
Share your highlight, man.
Highlight.
Beep beep. Cut right there.
Anyways, highlight. Besides Emmanuel making me laugh, I think, that's a good question. Honestly, it's like the highlight that I'm gonna say is it's so simple that I feel like I don't know why it was a big deal to me, but Will's son was at one of the places in Spokane, and we got to spend time with him, and that was cool and stuff. But for some reason, I keep thinking about like when he was there and I got the chance to braid his hair. I don't know why that is a moment that keeps replaying in my mind. I think it's just, I don't know, pure auntie moment. Like, I just went full out all auntie. I was like, hey, come here, sit down. Go get a brush.
You're like, can I braid your hair?
I know, I was like, you can't send you back looking to your mom all wild like this.
Yeah, it was like, that was me.
But I don't know why. It's just like being able to care for a kid or just anyone, because I'm a big caretaker, even though I might not portray that on this podcast. like in reality, I am like a really big caretaker. I'm just bad at expressing emotions. So being able to do that for someone, and instead of them always taking care of us, I actually got a chance to take care of someone, not because I was forced to or it was asked of me, but because I wanted to. It really encouraged me the rest of that trip. And that was towards the end, like the middle to the end, right before we went into like the crazy moments.
Yeah, the last hard push.
Yeah, the last little stretch. I don't know why that little moment, even though I was stressing out trying to hurry up and braid it so he can go back to his mom.
Yeah. No, I think because that is probably my biggest highlight. Because I was really thankful that you, Michael, and Josiah came in and joined us. Because it was like he was really encouraged, and he was actually really happy that you guys came in. And because it was funny, I remember when he finished his braids.
He walked out and he got so many
Yeah.
cheers. He's all embarrassed.
It was funny. He was like,
so cute.
he was like my leg or something like that. He was like, wait, I forgot something. I was like, no, go out there.
He was trying to make an excuse
Yeah.
for not going out there.
Ah.
Because I was sitting on a couch and he was sitting like right here and I was braiding his hair. And then I was like, okay, you can go out there now. And I gave him one of my hair ties. Auntie whipped out my bag and a bunch of hair ties in there. But when he went back out into the living room, because we were in the room Will was staying in, when like all of the older ladies in there were all cheering him on, and it was so cute because he was just embarrassed.
Yeah, he was all.
Yeah, you could see how much he was blushing, and how he was so nervous to go out there and show off his hair. Yeah, I don't know. It was so adorable.
He was like, bruh.
He saw, I don't want to go back out there, and he ran back into the room right afterwards.
Yeah, he was trying to come up with every excuse, so it cracked me up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then not only that, he beat Josiah on Fortnite.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
It was kind of sad.
Hey.
Yeah, they were challenging who gets the most kills, and my son got 8 kills, and he won.
Oh, victory royale.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then Josiah had the bar was really high. It's like I think Josiah only got like 2 kills.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I know Josiah. I know when's the last time he played Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
It was a fun witness. Too.
Yeah.
We gave Josiah like how many chances because I was braiding your son's hair too.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So
he beat him while getting his hair braided.
yeah.
Oh
No,
my.
he played,
Mhm.
and then can I say his name? Okay, so Dustin played, and then they were going back and forth, and then I was like, "Hey, can I braid your hair?" He said, "Yeah, that's fine." Then he sat down, and I was braiding his hair, and Josiah had like what three turns,
yeah,
three chances until he gave up, and then Dustin was like, "Okay, my hair is done."
Nice.
So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, they cracked me up. It was funny too because I was like, when you're braiding his hair, I was kind of like, yeah, they're probably gonna be like, we know William didn't do this because I just do the ponytails. Like,
I'm sorry, Will, but it was a bad ponytail.
it was.
Too.
I know it was. Well, not only that, he didn't bring his brush. I asked him that morning. I was like, "Did you bring your brush?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Come on, man." So I was like, "All I got is my comb. I'm not gonna." Every time I always feel bad for him because I'm like really yanking on his hair, trying to brush his hair. And I'm like, oh, this sounds like it hurts, but he's just in there chilling.
And because we're in Washington, you can just go outside and just grab a couple of yucca plants and just do it.
Just grab and just shoot it on there.
Yeah.
No, but we use Ben's brush.
Yeah, and I was like, he didn't bring his brush. I was like, all right.
And I was like, go ask the ladies for a brush. And he was like, I don't want to. And I was like, go do it. I didn't give him an option. I was like, go get a brush.
Wow.
That's what I need. I'm an auntie.
Yeah, it's just
Yes,
auntie
you
mom.
are.
Yeah. Tell me about your highlight.
I would say my highlight would have to go in the area of finally seeing the ocean for the very first time. Being able to hear the roaring seas, being able to touch the cold water. Oh my gosh, that thing was freezing. And to finally like experience such an awe of that amazement. Oh my word. It really took me off guard. Like, well, I wouldn't say off guard, but like I just couldn't help but look at the sea and just think about the disciples out on the Red Sea when they were out on the crashing waves and they're freaking out and everyone's scared. And the fact that Paul was willing to get out. No. Peter was willing to get out the boat and walk towards Jesus on those seas. I would have been scared like the other dudes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. So like the highlights of the ocean, the redwood forest, and like all the other creations of the mountains. Holy cow, the mountains in Montana are huge. Yeah. Holy cow. I was like,
They're
compared to
crisp.
Flagstaff, don't get me wrong, Flagstaff Mountains, amazing. But seeing those Montana mountains, I was like, wow, these are huge. Yeah, so
They are pretty big though.
Yeah, but the creation, like being able to experience all that was probably one of my favorite highlights, especially with the people that we met, to the hosts that we stayed at, and the people that we met during our services. Like every single one of them that I met, even though I was in the back doing my own thing or recording, the people that I met were truly amazing. And some of them even gave me some of their contact info. One of them is actually in contact with me right now. His name is Kevin. He's actually really dope. So, yeah, maybe hopefully if you're here, Kevin, shout out to you. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, hope everything's going great back in Idaho.
Woo, Idaho me's.
Yeah.
Idaho me's.
Yeah.
What we
I
used to
miss my
call.
Idaho me's.
It's like when Doug and Jen were here.
Mm-hmm.
I used to call them brotatoes.
Really?
I call them potatoes too.
It's like brotatoes. I mean, because
My Idaho
everyone,
me's.
because everyone thinks Idaho is all potatoes. It's more southern Idaho, but I was like,
It's funny going through Idaho. I didn't even get like a potato feeling. throughout the time, unless we were just on the freeway, major cities type of thing.
All right, I see the time. We're going a little too long.
Male.
So we're gonna.
I'm joking.
It was all 20 minutes is Honna laughing. I should have brought it up. I knew she was gonna laugh. I just didn't think she was gonna wheeze.
I laughed for 40 minutes the first time. Of
That's
course,
true,
I'm gonna
yeah.
laugh for a long time this time too.
Yeah, I should have known. My fault. We're gonna keep this going now that our schedule's a little bit more lighter. I think. I know mine is. So we are gonna spend a lot more time focusing on RezRootz. So we're looking forward to what the Lord has in store for RezRootz. I do want Uncle back.
Yes. Yes, we need to do that.
Because I'm telling you guys, you're hearing it here, is that Michael is no longer a nephew.
No longer a nephew.
You guys, like, we gotta bring that up again.
No more double blocks. It's all Legos from now on.
But yeah, so feel free to send us topic ideas or themes or whatever topics you want us to cover. Just feel free to send that to us.
Send it.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I'll go on that.
I'll go on that.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Idahoans.